Let's have a bit of a look now at our timesheets for the tribute cars in this regularity, and it's the number 11 that is getting closest to the mark. That in improved production in the State Series as well, and a really cool looking tribute Toyota there as well, and he's done a tremendous job with that. Let's just keep having a look down the screen. And you touch on that. This actual event right now is the McDonald Auto from Wangaratta, the McDonald Auto regularity for tribute cars. So a big shout out to the McDonald Automotive crew from Wangaratta. This is your event. I hope you're enjoying it, and the cars certainly look to be really enjoying it. And the times keep changing, but I'll tell you what, right at the top of the sheet at the moment, Peter Mason in that Ford Escort Coupe is holding absolute station there, looking for that number 16, the stanza that just came through down there in 21st there, and that's the Nissan Bluebird. Sorry, number 15 Nissan Bluebird, and it's doing just inside those numbers there. I guess you want to try and get inside the top 10. Dylan Innes in that car we were talking about, the Perkins Engineering Red VL, just inside. So there's the landmark, or David Thomas in the Bluebird there as well. Near the pit entry road there, big shout out to the crew down at race, getting trackside and making that work. Again, just letting everybody know we have got some
and his old boss.
Works out here at Winton, so big thanks to Jeff Breach over the weekend. Jeff's been fantastic helping us out. So yeah, but Jeff and Wayne, I'm sure that they had a few arguments over how to run the car back in the day, but it's great to see Reg Kamal out there with that car. So yeah, it's great.
Brett, thank you very much. Challenging technical times for the two of us here in the commentary booth. We've only just met in the last few weeks, and so that I would suggest, being that when I was racing seriously, I chose one of the world's hardest engines to find bits for around the world, and enjoying freedom of availability is very important with any sort of racing car.
Brett by the name, actually. He plans to have that on the track later this year or early next year.
Yep. A good look now at the 16 of Patrick Kirby. In fact, no, it's not.
It's David Thomas.
David Thomas, yes.
And if if you want to see a car that's built to exact replica, that'd be closest you'll ever get. He has minutely gone down that track, had a lot of input from George Fury and advice.
Yep.
And David made friends and sought all sorts of advice on how to set the car up and what it did in the day.
Yeah, that's got to be hard to get someone interested, I think, to, if you're going to try and do that, you do have to have someone from the era, or a mechanic or a driver or a team owner or something that is interested in what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to be pushing pretty hard to gather photos and different bits and pieces. And one of the things I noticed, championships all over the place, and Tomo and Peter Fowler, that combination was massive, wasn't it?
It sure was. And they've got that Mercedes
looking like a Batmobile type of thing, but the number 15 David Thomas now in the Nissan Bluebird, so he was up a little bit further yesterday in that car. Certainly in the Group C, the 15 and the 16 cars have been going very well.
They sure have, and David's done a good job with that car. He spent a lot of time, as I said earlier, with George Fury and getting some advice on car setup and how to run it and building it to period specs. So he's gone to that extreme where other guys have sort of taken their own engineering, I suppose, view on things.
Slowing down now in the 53 here.
Combine harvester.
Got to get it unbogged with something.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw the grunt at it. Here comes the 15. Bit of dust up in the air. Well done, Brett. Like I said, you're the father